Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would sit down and do another video for you guys and gals. Let me get a sip of my water first, get my radio voice going, and let's talk about this. Alright. This video is aimed at the guys. It's usually, not always, I don't want to stereotype here. So let me say this a little different. 95% of women who go to the gym are going to train their legs. Okay? They're going to train their legs and their glutes. I don't need to tell them this. Unless you're in that other 5%, then I'd say, ladies, you probably should train that stuff. Dudes, you need to train your legs and glutes. And quit saying, well, I'm just trying to be aesthetic. Because there's nothing aesthetic about having chicken legs. It's not. It doesn't look good. People notice. Girls notice. Okay? Have you not seen all the memes? Have you even seen girls even sharing those memes around? With a guy who's all arms and chest and has chicken legs. Don't skip leg day, bro. You are aware of this, right? So when guys say this, I'm just trying to get aesthetic. Well, you need to gain muscle everywhere. If you want to be aesthetic, it's more than just biceps. It's more than just pecs. You better have some legs. You better have some calves. You better have some glutes. Okay? Because it is not aesthetic and it doesn't look good. It's not a good look. You don't look fit. You don't look athletic. Okay? Quit working on just what you can see in the mirror from the front half on the top up. If you actually want to look good, if that's your goal, because I coach for a few different goals here. I give videos for a few different goals here. Pretty diverse, because I work with some people whose goals are to be certain types of athletes. I work for people whose goals are to be super strong. I work with people whose goals are to look good. Different goals. Some people care about all three. That's a rare individual. But I digress. If you care about looking good, you better be proportionate. So you should probably have a V taper. You need to be training, right? You should probably get really good at pull-ups. Just gonna throw that out there. Right? It's not all biceps and pecs. You need those things because obviously from that front view, they're important. But when you're standing there from the front view, the quads are important. From the back, the side, the glutes are important. The calves are important. And what is appropriate aesthetics? You go back, where does that term come from? What do we mean by aesthetic? You're talking about classic artistic aesthetics with a golden mean and everything, which means certain proportions. You want a certain shoulder to hip ratio. You want the V taper, you want wide shoulders. Should have well-developed arms, but what else is the proportion? Your calves are supposed to be the same size as your biceps. So if you have 16-inch biceps and 12-inch calves, this is a problem. You need to step your game up. And it's not just for competitive bodybuilding purposes. That is if you say, I want a classically aesthetic physique. Because those proportions matter, and it's not always about being huge, but you better be balanced. Okay? If you got big arms and you don't have proportionate calves, people are going to notice when you're in shorts. Okay? And even when you're in jeans, you're in slacks, people are going to notice a lack of quads and glutes, and girls will notice. Dudes, you need to be aware of this. Women will notice your butt. They will notice your legs, but they will definitely notice your glutes. You should probably be doing some deep squats. Okay? You should be doing them. And don't start with this nonsense. I see guys who are like, that's a chick exercise. No, it's not. Every serious athlete on earth does squats. Sprinters, football players. All the guys winning the Super Bowl do back squats. The majority of them do. Are they chicks? All the strongest strength athletes do them because we're required to in competition. Are we chicks? Top bodybuilders all did them. Arnold Schwarzenegger did them. Is he a chick? Exactly. Now, that being said, ladies, you should be doing squats too, of course. But I'm trying to clarify this to the dudes. These are not a girl exercise. Working on your glutes is not girl exercises. Everyone will benefit from better glutes, visually and from a health, fitness, and performance perspective. They're actually really critical muscle in terms of your performance, your strength, even in the bedroom. Okay? That is not, absolutely not a muscle that you want to shortchange. Absolutely, under no circumstance. So you need to be training your lower body. You need to be training your legs. You need quads. You need hamstrings. Do you want to not have knee problems later? I mean, do you want to be athletic? Well, even guys will be like, well, I'm going to go do this or that. Well, do you start doing a bunch of jumping and you don't have strong hamstrings? Don't cry when you have an ACL tear. Those of you who have knees that hurt, your solution is to build your hamstrings. That's really high on your list. If you have knees that hurt, stronger hamstrings will help you. Why aren't you training them? Okay, this is ridiculous. You know, and that's just talking about the aesthetic, and you cannot be aesthetic with small legs. It's not going to happen. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look proportionate, and people notice. Okay? When you have bad proportions, people notice, even in a fit person. That's the one thing that you'll get singled out on, and people will note. You're really jacked, really fit guy with some really messed up proportions. People are going to notice. I get compliments on my legs in public. I've had men and women both regularly compliment my legs, my calves, stuff like that. People notice. Absolutely notice. But then we come to the health benefits. If you're trying to have better health, better longevity, better fitness, lower heart attacks, lower cancer, your legs are technically more important than your upper body. Let's come over, let's talk about getting ripped later. Do you think having an extra 10 pounds of muscle on your lower body, the ones that are really moving you around all the time, you think that's going to make getting cut easier? Think that's going to allow you to have more cheat days and still keep your abs because your whole energy turnover and metabolic rate is higher? Again, think it through. Not saying you have to spend 5 hours a week training your legs. 30 minutes, an hour, something. Get in and train them, and actually train them hard. Train them hard, be proportionate, be balanced, be fit. Right? And again, you're not going to be aesthetic with small legs. Right? And I've even seen a few guys, really short guys, who are so insecure with their height, they're like, well, no, I mean, really big legs would make a short guy look even disparate. You're already short, dude. You can't fix being short. That's not going to make you look worse. Just deal with the fact that you're short. It's being insecure about it and not training your legs because of it is absurd. In fact, that's actually displaying a higher level of insecurity. Stop doing it and just train your legs. Okay? Just train your legs. Don't be insecure. Be confident. You need to put that energy out. It'll help you. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals next time.